something I've been thinking about lately and have just seen a lot of. It's like I've seen different people say the same thing, and I don't know, maybe YouTube is showing me the same, it's showing me like the same stuff, but it's like that idea that like you have to get out there and just suck for a while to get better, and like everybody wants to learn and take a course and read a book and like listen to podcasts and like all of these things to figure out a skill so that way they can do it right from the beginning. I'm 100% guilty of that. Right. And it's compounded by the fact that like, I actually really love studying.
Yeah.
Like I really love learning. And, they're like, really what you got to do is like, you just have to go out and do stuff and suck really bad at it.
Yep.
And just do it enough that you get better over time. Right. And I think that's, he's probably a really good example of that. He talked about his first video, like when he started doing that, it was just out of a function of like, he had no money, like he had built all the success, went through a divorce, had no money, was starting over. And he just felt the need to like do the video.
Yeah.
And he just kept doing the videos. And so, he was doing that probably, I don't remember, 15, 20 years ago. And like, if you're just showing up and doing a video every day, like you figure it out, right? Like you figure out what works, Yeah. And so I think that's a lot of it.
That's why like I feel like the best like students in courses or like the people you see who really have the most success, like, and everybody talks about this, like this isn't anything new, but it's not the smartest people, right? It's the people who like
that are stubborn.
Well, they're just like the best at getting out of their own way.
Yeah,
like
man.
They don't, I don't know. I think it's because I'm guilty of this. It's really easy to sort of have that voice that tells you like why you can't do something. But I feel like the people who you see become really successful and you can watch that happen, like they either don't have that voice at all, or they're able to just like kind of completely brush it to the side and keep going forward anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. You just have to stubbornly keep going. Yeah. I think that's a big part. I truly think that and Bobby and I have had this discussion before, but I think like one of the biggest indicators of success as an entrepreneur in this online space is just time. Like the longer you're in the game, like you will have success. You might have different levels of success, and different people are going to have different levels of success, but it's just time. There are people that have been in this like longer than Bobby and I have that are less skilled at certain things, but they've been around longer. So they have more audience, and then there's people that are more skilled than, than us, that are further along than us because they're just more, that they're more skilled too. So like you have that, there's definitely a skill component, but man, time cures a lot of things. And so like, if you can just show up, and that's why I always say like one of my biggest regrets, like the thing I wish I had done was just creating content from day one. Like I did that when I first started with my fitness business, but when I switched over and started doing the agency stuff, I had gotten to a time, where I had, kids and was a lawyer and like all these different things. And so that was what I cut. But I'm always like, I always sit there and go, man, what if I had just recorded one YouTube video a month?
Yeah.
Starting 8 years ago.